You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboy fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, guess any.
Okay, that's a little better. I was saying I was a little bit low on the screen. Let me fix that a bit. That better? Yeah, it's a little better. How you doing, everybody? It's the Ask Captain Jack show. We are there on Instagram. I am looking at my Instagram right now. We are doing live. And I did remember to get my tablet over to pull up Instagram. As you know, we are on YouTube, on a couple of the Facebook channels. Yeah, I know. Daniel, I was muted for a little bit, but hopefully I'm not. Got Hot Neil in here. We got Will in here. Townicus is over there. Graphic is here with us. So we got a lot of good folks in here tonight. Sean Johnson as well. Trade for Davante Adams. Nah. He stopped contract talks. You know what? I don't know. We could talk about, you know what, Sean, that's a good thing to talk about. It would be good to hear from you. In fact, we can talk about it, but and call in or hit the, I'm going to hit the information where you can come into the show. Let me do that. There is your link to the show. If you want to come into the show, there it is. you can come into the show. In fact, let me get that in here quickly. You can come in the show, camera or not. That is the link. It's there. Call in right now, 813-699-024. My phone is on. And again, if you're on Instagram, thank you for being there. Come on over to YouTube, because if you're on Instagram, you're watching me do the show, which is cool, but you can actually watch the show over on YouTube. We had a little bit of an issue with the Facebook feed for the Northeast Streaming Sports. I'm going to ask about that. I don't know what went on. We are popping on Northeast Streaming Sports on YouTube, so hopefully there's not an issue. I will have to address that with them. Again, what are your thoughts on Carr concerning what, Jonikas? What are my thoughts on Carr? I have positive thoughts on Carr. Big Al is in here, looking forward to Tuesday night show, as is OG Daniel, as is myself, as is Graphic Raider, as are we all. And again, I got to show. See, we got Graphic in the house, and like I said, Sean wants us to trade for Devontae Adams, and I'm kind of reticent to do that. I mean, really, at this point, what would you trade? I mean, for right now, Juice 1214, thanks for coming in. You are on Instagram. Head on over to YouTube. It's Captain Jack Rackham on YouTube. It's real easy to find me. And I am Willie Wayne. Thank you there. So tell me your thoughts. What do you want to know? Tell me your thoughts. Right now, my thoughts right now are, as OG Daniel was saying, I'm getting over not quite the scurvy. That's a nautical term. Hello to you as well. OG Dan, what do you think about recruiting Devontae? See, and Bob Standard was seeing it over there on IG. We are talking about it over here on YouTube. And we'll talk about that too. Well, I guess we're going to hear from Hot Neil first. Okay, Hot Neil.
Call from RDR Jamil Flights. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Okay, hey, Hot Neil, I got you on. I got a hot minute for Hot Neil, so give me your quick thoughts, because I got to get to some things real quick. What's going on?
Captain, I'm going to tell you, if we do better this year, I'm going to be happy.
Okay, well, we all will. We all will.
Because remember, he said back, I think it was 2018, that he has secret weapons. And he said, again, I have secret weapons. Let's see if he uses them wisely this year.
Okay, who is the we have that you were talking about? Who is saying we in your sentence?
Chucky.
Okay.
Remember Chucky said, I think it was 2018 or 2019, I got secret weapons. Where he was referring to, he had college kids playing.
Okay.
So let's see the secret weapons that he has this year. He knows how to use it wisely.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I mean, we have a lot of weapons on offense. We've got Ruggs and Edwards. We got Waller. Yeah. But see that the thing is with John Gruden is so damn conservative. He has got to learn to stop. He has got to learn to stop being so damn conservative. I'm just saying that's what. So yeah, he's got all the weapons in the world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He just needs to be wiser and know how to use it. Like he did it. I think he played. He was the coach for Tampa Bay. I don't know his history very well, but he did pretty good in his playing, and he got them a ring or something. How come he could do it for the Raiders? He didn't do it in the late 90s. He could do it now.
Yeah, well, see, you got to remember that John Gruden had a Super Bowl served up to him as a coach of the fake Pirates, because all he did was he let Kiffin coach the defense, and he coached up their offense. Or sorry, he coached up their defense under Monty Kiffin to attack what Rich Gannon was going to be doing. He had a Super Bowl served up to him, and oh, by the way, when Barrett Robbins went AWOL with his difficulties, that solidified it. So again, I mean, I don't really give John Gruden a lot on that Super Bowl. I really don't. I give it to Monty Kiffin, his defense, and teaching the Tampa Bay defense what to look for against Rich Gannon. And if that's winning the Super Bowl for him, sure, okay, but that's not a lot. All he did was he fine-tuned the Buccaneer offense under Johnson, and he ran the ball with Pittman, and he threw it, and he ran the ball with Allstott, and he threw a little bit to Keyshawn and the other kid that played for the Jaguars, whose name escapes me. But there really wasn't a lot there. So, the Tampa Bay defense won that Super Bowl because they knew what was coming. Hey, Neil, I appreciate you calling in, man. It's good hearing from you, partner.
Captain, before you hang up, can you send me the link to the black hole in Tampa?
Partner, I got to work on that because there's some issues there, but we will talk about that. And thank you for calling. That was hot, Neil. And I'm gonna get OG Daniel up here on the screen. And Tonicus wants me to tell me his thoughts on Carr. So my thoughts on Carr is this, and Carr is a top 10 quarterback. That is true. Carr is a top 10 quarterback. Remember,
that's an underestimation.
Well, okay, I'm being frank. He's top 10 for sure. Okay, he can be better than that, but he's at least top 10. I'm just being frank. Is that of the 32 quarterbacks in the league, he's definitely top 10. That goes without saying. People can bitch about, well, maybe he's not that good, but he's at least top 10. Could be a top 5. And again, that's being very kind. A top 5 offense, if not better. Okay. So if you put all of that together, the defense is what has been staring down the Raiders as far as losing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, Tonicus says that's the way to take it. Do you not agree with that though, Tonicus? Did you not agree with that that he's a top 10 quarterback? I want to hear what he has to say. He said he's okay. Then I want you to tell me 10 quarterbacks are better than Derek Carr, right? I mean, I want you to go right now.
He can't.
I want you to go right now.
Number 1 against the blitz. Number 2 or 3 in accuracy. He's not a top 10. He's a top 5 quarterback.
I'm going to say top 10 because that I don't think that I have any issues with.
Give the man a defense. He's a top 2 quarterback.
Well, if we're not talking about defense right now. I'm talking about just as a quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Look at his accuracy numbers compared to other quarterbacks. Look at against the blitz. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, period. Like nobody's better than him against the blitz. You come rushing in with that blitz, he's going to make you eat it. Look up the stats on that because I'm telling you right now, Carr's a top 5 quarterback.
Okay. And Danny, thank you for being here. Danny's my Patriots fan. And I say Patriots because Danny is a true Patriots fan. I have a few of them, okay? Danny is a true Patriots fan. Doc is a true Patriots fan. Xavier is a Cheatriots era fan, but he is a true fan. I'll give him that as well. But and Danny says a good point. He says, why is it that most Raider fans want him over the spit and skewered for being Raider Mob Boss? Thank you for being there on Instagram. Raider Mob Boss, please head on over to YouTube. It'd be great to see you. Scottish Sans Bariqua. Oh, all right. Well, thank you there. She's over there on Instagram. Mob Boss, I'm trying to wave to Mob Boss. Head on over to YouTube because you're watching me do the show. You can actually watch the show. But yeah, he's a top 10 quarterback.
If he's top 10, why do Raiders fans want him gone? As a Patriot fan, I actually argued last season he was a good QB.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because Raider fans are pissy.
We are an angry bunch.
Yeah, they are pissy in the fact that despite all what Derek Carr did, and there were some games that he lost. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were some games that he lost. But for the most part, the games that we lost were on the defense.
Exactly. And quite frankly, Raiders fans, a lot of them are in their feelings. They're not looking at numbers. They're not looking at statistics. That's just they're in their feelings. We're an emotional crowd. If you don't believe it, look at the black hole on Sundays. This is a outraged crowd, good and bad.
Yeah, and again, I agree. Matt Marinvitz says PFF, and by the way, PFF can blow.
PFF is trash. He's probably top 3 or 4.
PFF is. I was going to say PFF is trash, but at least even PFF thinks he's top. He's a number 8. And Willie Wayne, I agree with you. It's the red zone. It's the scoring when we need to score. It's getting touchdowns instead of field goals. Okay, and the defense winning the friggin' game.
That's on Gruden.
Okay, so I did say, okay, Rodgers, Mahomes, Wilson, Allen, Brady, Jackson, Herbert. I see Herbert's not better than Carr. Ryan is not better than Watson, no. And Murray, no.
No. Dude, take your meds. That's not even close to accurate.
Now be nice to Townicus. He's a good guy.
Okay, yeah, but he needs to start studying the numbers and get out of his feelings because that's not even accurate.
Okay. That's your opinion, correct, Townicus? He says in no particular order. Okay. I would say Mahomes, yes. Rodgers, obviously, because he's the MVP. Wilson, yes. But that's still kind of iffy. Allen?
Yep.
Allen, yep. That person shall remain nameless.
Tuck Rule Tom?
Yeah, well, yeah, that guy. I mean, his numbers aren't better.
Nope.
His numbers aren't better. Jackson, his numbers, I don't think are better. I think Carr's numbers are better.
Not even close. And Tuck Rule needs to be put out to pasture.
Well, you know what? Because I actually live here in Tuck Rule Town, literally. They're saying that he's got according to his trainer. And by the way, Townicus, come on in the show. It'd be good to see you. The last time Townicus was in the show, we had a power outage, and it was funny because he was on the show. We were talking Phillies baseball and stuff like that, and we had a power outage, and then he was the only one on the screen. I'm not blaming you for that. That was actually funny though that happened. Almost every team league would prefer. I don't know. Herbert is up and coming, but right now he's not better than Carr.
Right.
He's not better than Carr.
Will he be in the future? Probably.
Possibly. Yeah. Possibly. Willie says, Carr is the best. He's not the best. He's not the best, but he's definitely top 5.
Yep.
Well, okay, I take it back. He's definitely top 10. We can argue top 5.
Top 5, top 6.
We can argue. But he's definitely top 10. And again, Townicus, appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. We definitely. Hey, by the way, what happened to your Braves today, Townicus? Phillies split the series with the Braves. Are now in second place, which is why I'm wearing my Phillies shirt because I had to wear something.
It's killing me. I got this hat. I got it perfectly formed, and I realized it doesn't fit right on my head. And I realized that the hat's shaped perfectly. It's my head. Something's wrong. It's crooked.
I can't add to that. I can't add to that. And I'm glad that we have Jacob in here. Like you said, Jacob's going to be talking about it. And Jacob is a very knowledgeable young Browns fan. Although he said that the Raiders didn't improve this year, and I was on the show. I know. He said the Raiders didn't improve this year when he was on. I remember that, Jacob. If you're the same guy, if you're the same gentleman who was on with Sneaky, I remember that. No, okay. He doesn't look better. He looks like he can be the real deal. But you know what's the old expression of the sophomore slump? We'll see what happens this year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if
let him appear on SI before the season.
Yeah, and we can't always talk about it, so that's good. Make sure you come in. Like, if you want to come into the show, I'm gonna put the link again. We got Daniel here, and again, I'm glad Daniel is here because we are giving a promo, as people have already attested to. Make sure you come in on Tuesday night. Make sure to come in on Tuesday night over at the Graphic Raider channel. That's DOXENT. Let me say it for you. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? DOXENT. Docs Entertainment. That's Graphic Raider. Make sure you are there Tuesday night. I'm going to get this right. 10 o'clock Eastern. I got it right. 10 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Pacific. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. We are talking about the one and only Clifford Branch from the University of Colorado. And don't give too much away because I know Daniel's chomping at the bit. We got lots to talk about, and Daniel is going to be there with me, and for that, what was?
Did you see the video?
No, not yet, partner. I'd be very honest. I did not see it.
Yeah, well, Deadly said he wanted to share it with you if you wanted to put it on your channel. I got hit for a
what is it? A violation?
Yeah. I don't care. I'm not monetized anyway. I don't care. And it was just a little 1 minute video, or 1.5 minute video. But he wanted to see if you wanted to share that on your channel. So let me know when you see it. It's pretty. I did a video on my channel that's pretty badass. That's Cliff Branch, a little teaser.
Okay. Like that. So like I said, make sure that you go over to Chronicles of the Black Hole. It's Daniel's channel. Go see the video. It's a good teaser for Tuesday. And again, I know Deadly Pegasus does some really good work.
Oh no, this is not good. This is amazing.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, the guy is talented as hell. He put together this video for me, and I'm like, I'm saying I watched it 6 times before I posted it. Because it was like, whoa!
Well, Devin can do anything he wants with any of our stuff.
2-1. Speed kills.
2-1, baby. 2-1.
Speed kills.
Here you go.
Oh, wow. Everything's backwards. Let's try it again.
There you go. Yeah.
No.
You had it. Yeah. Reverse it.
There you go. 2-1. Speed kills.
Make sure you are there with DOXENT, Docs Entertainment. That's the Graphic Raider channel. Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern. Let me say that again. 10 o'clock Eastern time. Okay? For the show. And Daniel,
we're going to talk about a great Raider.
Okay.
And one of the greatest Raiders of all time.
And a Raider that should be in the Hall of Fame. I have no problem saying that. It's a travesty.
There are people in there in the Hall of Fame wide receivers who are not even close to as good as him. And I'm going to tell you right now.
If
there's any Steelers fans in here.
Don't say anymore. You're giving away my ammunition for the effing show on Tuesday.
Done. All right, Skipper, no problem. How you doing? How you feeling? Because I'm worried about you.
I'm feeling a little better. We will find out tomorrow if I finally got rid of the
scurvy,
the nasties. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Drink your citrus fruit because it's scurvy.
Well, I'll drink it when I'm allowed to get things in my stomach. I'll just say that.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you, shipmate. Remember, Tuesday night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, over at DOXENT, Docs Entertainment. It is the Chronicles of the Black Hole on the Graphic Raider channel. We were talking about Clifford Branch with my gentleman friend right here, OG Daniel. Daniel, I'm going to let you go, brother. But
all right, man. Good talking to you again. I'm glad you're feeling better. come on over to the channel if you want to see a little trailer teaser video put together by Deadly Pegasus. Man's talented, very talented. He's getting ready to release a video he asked me to do the narration voiceover for on a different great raider. You want to go to his channel too.
Okay, yeah, got one too. Deadly Pegasus channel.
Mm-hmm. And go to Captain Jack's channel. Oh, wait, you're already there.
Well, subscribe to Captain Jack's channel. And here's something else. You can also, while you're here, okay, you can join the channel by pushing join. You can get your entries in for the Captain Jack Treasure Chest O prizes, where there are autographed pictures and jerseys and hats and all sorts of other doodads. You can do that by giving me a donation of $5 via Super Chat or Super Sticker on YouTube, or $5 via the Cash App at $ Captain Jack Rackham, or $5 via Friends and Family on PayPal to Big Raider J at Yahoo. You can do that via Friends and Family. Get your entries in, because we only have, like, I think 21 entries of the 50 that we're going to have that are available for this spin, and I want to give away some more prizes.
Or you can join the channel and support it fully, like I've done.
Yes.
Join up, be a shipmate. Join up, join the Chiefs mess. And I don't mean Kansas City Chiefs, we mean Chief Petty Officers.
Yes, join the Chiefs mess. And if you're a Chiefs mess member, you get a patch, the Captain Jack patch, one time only. But you get a Captain Jack patch. And remember, membership has its perks. I will tell everybody individually what those perks are. Okay, I will tell individually what those perks are. Become a member of the channel, get into the Captain Treasure Chest of prizes, and watch our shows. And remember, Tuesday we're over at Graphic Raider. Daniel, thanks for checking in, partner. Always a pleasure, shipmate.
You got it, Shipwreck.
Take care. Tuesday night, brother. We'll see you.
I'll see you then.
All right. That's OG Daniel. Can't wait to do that show with him. And remember, join the channel. Let me get back to some of the comments. Okay. Jacob is mini Mike Greenberg. Yeah, he's very knowledgeable. He is very knowledgeable. Okay. Well, we're going right into our Pittsburgh report.
Jared B. DiGirolamo.
So let's do that. We got the Pittsburgh report with Jared. Jared, what's going on, partner?
What's going on, Cap? How you doing this Sunday?
I'm good, man. Wait, before we get into this, what are your feelings about, was it Bob and DeChambeau being COVIDed out of the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Rom, I mean, for the second time this year and the second time in a couple months, I mean, I'm shocked about the whole thing with Rom. Bo, I mean, this is even more shocking. This really hurts the U.S. a little bit. I mean, this is really just a shocker. When I heard the news today, I was like absolutely floored beyond words, however, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing, however, when I heard the news.
Yeah, that's a hit. Now, I know you're going to get us caught up. What's the latest and greatest for, if you missed your sports on Sunday, now's your chance to get caught up. We got Jared. Jared, go around the dial, partner. What did we miss today?
Let's begin with golf. I mean, we got to congratulate the champ, Cameron champ, that is, how he shot a 66 today at the 3M Open, holding off Louis Oosthuizen. Last week, Louis came damn close to winning the British Open, we know, in England. However, this week he's back on American soil. He came close to pulling it off, but he came up 2 shots short along with Jonathan Villegas and Charles Schwartzel. Some big names there, Howard. So congratulations to Cameron Champ with a very big win, Howard. And speaking of which, Howard, what about the U.S. Olympic men's basketball team losing to France this morning? What was up with that?
Don't go into it more, because I do want to talk about that. But you can give the headline in case you haven't figured it out. The U.S. basketball team lost to France, which means they can still medal, but it's going to be a lot harder to do.
Yes, it is. It was a surprise to many, I mean, when that happened, and I just don't think we saw that coming, however. But some baseball news to report today, of course, the Yankees, of course, lose 3 out of 4 this week to the Red Sox, however, including today. I mean, the Red Sox, however, no hit through 7, and somehow they came back to pull it out against the Yankees, which is crazy. The trade deadline, of course, is this week, if you will, however, and of course, one of our guys got traded to the Padres today, Adam Frazier. But there's going to be some big trades coming this week. One of the names I keep hearing, however, over the last day or so has been Max Scherzer of the Nats. I don't know if the Nats are going to be willing to part ways with him, but it looks like more and more they're kind of leaning that way. And the question is, what team is going to be out there that wants to spend the money on Max Scherzer?
Yeah, that's the multi-million-dollar question.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, next week we got, preseason football starting up, of course, next Thursday night, however, if you will, next Sunday night, Pittsburgh and Dallas are in the Hall of Fame game. That's going to be a lot of fun, however, on NBC to watch, however. So far, it's been an interesting training camp. Now, my neighbor told me this today, and I don't know if you touched upon it right at the outset tonight, but he has heard a rumor going around that Aaron Rodgers is being offered $45 million for 2 years to stay at Green Bay. Right now, I don't know if he's signed it yet or he's going to sign with it yet, but there has been talk about that, however, if you will. And now we can talk about this the last week or so about Texas and Oklahoma. I'm reading the story now. This came in about 8:30 from Dave Wilson on ESPN. This is reported now. The Big 12 Executive Committee met with the presidents of Texas and Oklahoma today amid speculation that the two schools intend to depart the SEC. Jay Hartzell and Joe H. of Oklahoma met by video conference with the committee, which includes the Big 12 chairman of the board of directors and Texas Tech president Lawrence S., Baylor president Linda Livingstone, and Bob Bowlesby, the league commissioner. And this is what Bowlesby said in a statement. The meeting was cordial, and the executive committee expressed their willingness to discuss proposals that would strengthen the conference and be mutually beneficial, however, to OU and UT, as well as other member institutions of the conference. I expect that we will continue our conversations in the days ahead, and we look forward to discussing thoughts, ideas, and concepts that may be of shared interest and impact. Now, Big 12 sources told Heather D. of ESPN they are still expecting Oklahoma and Texas to formally notify the league tomorrow that they don't intend to extend their existing media rights with the conference, which expires in June of 4 years from now. While that is the first formal step toward exiting the conference, it also leaves the open possibility that both schools remaining in the Big 12 until this deal expires. It's a possible legal strategy, one source surmised, that would supersede the reality of the fractured relationships that is bound to cause within the league. But sources in the Big 12 continue to tell ESPN they are still trying to understand exactly what Oklahoma and Texas are looking for. One Big 12 source has told ESPN their conference officials are anticipating that SEC presidents and chancellors will eventually vote on whether to formally extend an invitation to Oklahoma and Texas. There is no current timetable as to when a vote might happen, according to a source of the SEC. But the question is, if the SEC would extend an invitation, knowing the legal strategy of Texas and Oklahoma to stay through the duration of the TV contract, if that's what those schools choose to do.
Okay, well, you know what? That's a lot to digest there, Jared, and I appreciate you putting all that stuff in. Quickly out the door, do you think that that's going to happen, that OU and Texas are going to go to the SEC? Because I think if that does happen, that's really the fall of the South. The Southwest Conference or whatever the hell?
Yeah, the Big 12.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, if the SEC offers them, pardon the language here, a shitload of money, and they won't go into. Yeah, that's going to be the death knell of the Big 12 as we know. Because I mean, how are you going to be able to survive with Baylor, Kansas State, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, West Virginia? You only got 4 teams. But the thing is, if you put them, however, who's going to be going to jump in Texas and Oklahoma's spot, however, that wants to go to the Big 12? Which schools would be willing to jump to the Big 12?
Nobody wants to go to a conference that's basically dead. And the SEC has been I'm sorry, yes, I am biased because I'm an SEC guy, but the SEC is the premier conference of everybody, So that
and sooner or later, we're going to see at some point you could see the ACC or the Pac-12 possibly expand. Right now, the Pac-12, however, they have no plans to expand their conference to the ACC, but sooner or later you're going to see those conferences. Texas and Oklahoma should join the SEC. Sooner or later, those conferences, along with maybe possibly, I don't ever see the Big Ten maybe getting bigger because they've already gotten big enough. But the thing is, though, this is one thing that really irks me, and I think everyone would agree with me. And I don't mean to sound very mean about this, and I hope not to piss off one certain Irish person. We know who he is, and that's Mr. Jason Dean. But Jason Dean, if you're listening, my man, you better tell your Irish boys how to either get in the conference with everyone, or just basically quit playing all these teams, in an independent conference. Okay, you can play Army, Air Force, and Navy. That's fine. but you're usually playing Big Ten teams and Big East teams like Louisville, Michigan, Michigan State. Either join a conference for everyone or just basically don't play at all. Because you're in the conference for everything else but football. And I understand you're paying a lot of money for NBC, but just join a conference that you want to be happy with, whether it's the ACC, the Big Ten, whatever.
Can't beat that as a out the door comment. Jared, thanks for calling in. Shipmate, it's always good hearing from you.
You too. See ya.
All right, that's the Pittsburgh report with Jared, and he's told us a lot of good. I said I didn't hear about the OU Texas thing, but to me that's just the beginning of the end of the Big 12. I like that. Like I said, Danny agrees with me. You know, he has 4 quarterbacks. That person shall remain nameless. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to get to some comments, so we're gonna listen to Raider Art. Raider Art's on the phone.
RDR. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Okay, Raider Art, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on with you tonight? How's the temperature out there in Cali?
Which one?
Your temperature out there in California.
I am not sure. It's probably like 100 degrees. I haven't even checked the weather yet.
Ooh, okay. Well, you can have that. What's going on with you tonight? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm not even sure if you heard the news about the Raiders beating the Golden Knights in Vegas over at the ballpark last night.
Yes, actually, I did hear that, and I wanted to get to it, but since you brought up the subject, let's talk about it.
Which one?
No, I did hear the news. I was going to talk about it later in the show, but you brought it up. So, yes, the Raiders in a softball game, it was a softball game, right? Beat the Golden Knights, and it beat them quite well, if I understand the score.
I'm not even sure what score is. I mean, everybody was just out there. You know, Puppet was there. I mean, I haven't even checked the score. I haven't even watched the game yet.
Yeah, I was told it was a blowout, and I don't know if I got the exact score, but I think it was like 18-3 or something like that. It was a hellacious win by the Raiders over the Golden Knights.
Yeah, I mean, hockey is cool though. I mean, I don't even follow hockey that much, but the Vegas flavor is just amazing to have the hockey team at any sports in Vegas.
Yes, and be aware that pretty soon, I'm telling you, the Athletics are going to be moving out there. If it's not the Athletics, it might even be my local Tampa Bay Rays, because somebody's going to be moving away from their crappy stadium. It's either going to be the Athletics or it's going to be the Rays, and they're going to be going out to Vegas, and they're going to have a baseball team out there as well. They already got the NBA summer leagues out there. They have the WNBA out there. They're going to have baseball. They have football. They have hockey. It is the new hotbed of sports. So Vegas is getting their peeps.
Well, maybe they might build a new stadium in Oakland, but the Vegas, all the fans, maybe like a couple fans of A's, might bring the A's of flavor to Vegas.
They're definitely going to have an A's flavor. What else is going on there, Art, with you?
Well, it's just been a Sunday evening. I'm just enjoying my life, you know, being in the pool all day. You know, I'm just watching your channel for a while.
Well, I appreciate that. Are you watching the Olympics? Because I am.
Well, I've been following up. I think Son Joku. Yep, he's a Raider fan too.
Yes, Son Joku's great stuff by Son Joku. Yes.
What?
Yeah, great stuff by Son Joku. Yes.
Yes, and especially I've been reaching out to Raider Puppet if he's been around. But yeah, I mean, he's just enjoying his life in Vegas as well.
Well, good. And Art, like I said, it's good hearing from you, partner. Like I said, get back in the pool and get a little bit more comfy, because you're going to need it out there. You know, with all the bad weather and the fire and all the other things, just stay cool for sure.
Always put on my sunscreen. You know that.
You got it, man. Hey, don't bubble up, man. Blisters are bad.
Oh, don't worry. And you know what? The training camp is about to start already for the Raiders. Are you excited for the preseason game?
Already, I'm excited. I can't wait, man. It's going to be wonderful this year, and I can't wait to be out there with everybody, Art. And you know it, that we're all waiting for it.
Yep, the barbecue and everything. I miss those days. I always wanted to be part of this kind of a Raider Nation stuff in Vegas.
Well, hopefully they'll have some sort of semblance of the tailgating out there.
Hopefully. And I can't wait to see Wayne being inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well.
Yes. Are you going to be out in Canton for that?
Maybe, but I'm not really sure. But I'm really proud of that guy. I mean, I'm so proud of these former friends that I've known over the years. Yeah, everything is all cool for Wayne, especially Tom Flores' Charles Woodson.
For sure, for sure. Hey, Art, I appreciate you calling in, man. You be well, take care, and best to you.
Thank you. Raider Nation for life and Vegas, baby.
There you go. Thanks again, Art. Good hearing.
Thank you.
All right, that's Raider Art. So we got some. We've been busy on the phone lines today. I've been trying to get to some of the comments, and I apologize. And I like this comment from Matt Marinovich because he's right on. Okay, Herbert was a fantastic rookie, and he's got all the tools, but we'll see if he can continue to perform. Okay. And let's see what Raider Neil said. Okay, well, hang on a second. I got to get to Steve.
Call from RDR Houston Steve. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Steve, don't go nowhere. I want to get to some of these comments because I've had 3 phone calls in a row, and I want to make sure I get caught up on the comments, and I'll get to you. Okay, partner?
Yes, sir. No problem.
All right. Well, let's see. Raider Neil was talking about. Yep. And again, with Gus Bradley as our defense coordinator, it's going to be better for the Raiders defense. Okay. Puppets in the house. Yep. We got to believe. I like that. And thank you. And Matt Marinovich was talking to me. This is something that I'm going to be talking about. Oh, see, now all the comments coming in. Branch does have better numbers than Lynn Swan. And Lynn Swan's in the Hall of Fame, and that's a travesty. Okay. Puppet was talking about this. Yeah, about the charity softball. We got that going on. Once Mahone goes down, the Chiefs will be a mess. If he does, I really don't think that the Chiefs have anybody behind them. And by the way, I wasn't blasting on Jacob. I wasn't. Jacob's always got his stuff in one sock. I don't agree with it all the time. But then again, you don't have to agree with me. Let's see here. See, I was trying to use your hands like a puppeteer. I have some puppeteer things going on as well, but normally it's middle finger stuff. Yep, there you go. And the Golden Knights represent. Yeah, but he's talking about the UCF Knights. Okay, the 6 Knights rep. Oh yeah, there you go. 6 UCF people in the Olympics. Danny, tell me who they are. A-Rod is going. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Hey, Mickey Levita over there on Twitch. Cam Jack, good to see you there. I'm glad to see. Oh, I'm sorry, not a Twitch guy, a Twitter guy. So, Mickey, thanks for coming in. This is the first time I can remember somebody coming over from Twitter via Periscope. Good to see you there, Mickey. Thank you for coming aboard. Okay, I was there. We had some great. Okay, yeah. So he was there. Talked to me. And yes, I am watching the Olympics, Sebastian. Like I said, right now I'm watching. I tell you, when I watched the USA men's basketball today, was amazed that they just the bit. Oh, 25-16. That was the score. Okay, I had the score wrong. I know that they won well. Hey, there you go. Mostly Knight fan. But you know what? We're going to be there. Was it Alec Ingold and Abram and Waller were the stars? Well, that doesn't surprise me. Boca Diaz is in the house. Thank you for being there, Boca Diaz. That's my boy, Oscar Toledo. And we got Deadly Pegasus in the house. Remember that sign that you see by Deadly Pegasus' name? That means he is a member of the Galleon. You too can be a member of the Galleon. Just push join where it says on YouTube, and you can be a member of the Galleon. become a Chiefs Mess member, the guy, it has its perks. The other membership has its perks. Chiefs Mess has a little bit more perks because it's a little bit more money. Okay, Deadly Pegasus is here. Raider Neil is here. Killer Cuz, a.k.a. Corey the Raider, is here. Good to see you there, Corey. And Golden Knights. Okay, good. Now I am caught up. Steve, I'm caught up. I'm there, partner. What's on your mind tonight?
Yes, I'd like to dedicate my call to offensive coach Greg Knapp. That was very tragic and very, very sad, Captain.
Yes, Greg Knapp passed away. He was he was hit by a car. He was bicycling in the Bay Area, was hit by a car, was in intensive care, and passed away. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. And rest in peace to he was a really good, and he was Sacramento State quarterback, went right from there. He was into a couple different programs, was the OC for a bunch of different people, had just been hired to be with the Jets, and unfortunately didn't get a chance to get into the job because of the accident. So rest in peace to Greg Knapp.
Exactly, Captain. My sentiments exactly. Rest in peace. He was a great quarterback at Sacramento State for setting all kinds of records. Just want to get your thoughts, Captain. What about number one? I talked to a friend of mine. It's my nephew and my nephew's best friend said that being a Notre Dame alum, there's two things that he made us think about. He said USC's biggest rival is UCLA, so Notre Dame is second fiddle to them, and then Ohio State's. Michigan's big rival is Ohio State, so they're the second bridesmaid to that one also. It's because I've always wondered why they didn't play in a conference. Obviously, they can make more money and everything when they play when they're aren't in a conference for football. So I want to get your thoughts about that. What do you think about the? Is it time for Coach Popovich? This is an example why maybe he should step down and not coach after this. I love what he's done over the years, but I think people will figure it out and time is passing by. Texas and Oklahoma, they don't need the Big 12. They've been carrying the freight for the Big 12 for a long time. This doesn't surprise me. I know I'm throwing a lot of action. My last comment is the Astros. They've won 3 in a row against the Rangers. Rangers fans come down here. They're kind of like cockroaches. When they win, you can't get rid of them. When they lose, you can't find them. They sure are loud. They're kind of like Cubs fans. Maybe Brooklyn Dodger fans, or Yankees.
Well, I'm going to disagree on the Brooklyn Dodger part because the Brooklyn Dodger fans, they kept with their team even when they went to L.A. The Brooklyn Dodger fans were rabid as hell. Yankee fans, the Yankee fans they're rabid when they're winning, but I tell you, I remember the 70s when the Yankees were crap. And you couldn't find a Yankee fan in New York because they were all Mets fans in the 70s because the Mets had a better team. The Mets went to the World Series like in 73, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if that was Willie Mays' last year because he went over to the Mets, but you couldn't find Yankee fans in the 70s because they sucked. But as far as if Texas and Oklahoma leave, that is the end of the Big 12. There's nobody else there. There is nobody else there. Texas Tech, or they're like the other. They're kind of like the kind of sort of next of kin, right? They're the next best team. But Texas Tech will go because if Texas and Oklahoma goes, Texas Tech they'll find a partner and they'll go over to the SEC too. The SEC will become a super conference in my mind.
I know, and then you have to look at Baylor because when Governor Richard, she's a Baylor alum, when she was behind getting them in the Big 12 from the old Southeast Conference, I talked to somebody and they said he's a Brigham Young alumni. And he said I'd sure love to see the Brigham Young go into the conference of the Big 12 and everything. They're already playing the University of Houston. Yeah.
But I think it's going to be the end. Like I said, the SEC is, and yes, I'm saying this. I am biased. The SEC is the best conference in all of pro sports. That's a Freudian slip. Of all of college sports, they're practically a pro sports outlet. They are a pro sports outlet.
Exactly. And tip of the hat to Mark Bedane. After 30 years, I think he started out being a ball boy and used to run the golf carts at training camp, and he did what he finished his big project. Obviously, and I know this took a toll on him. Getting the stadium done and getting out, as much on budget as possible. So you have to thank him for his 30 years of being with the Raiders. He's done well, and look at what we have to. Look what we've got, the gem of the NFL and everything. We're the talk of the town now. Raiders and, of course, the stadium.
Yes, I agree. And it's like I said, and that's why I'm a double teamer today, because I'm wearing my Philly stuff with my Raider hat. I'm glad this hat was lost. I hadn't found it. So I found it on a chair. Ahoy to you as well there, Oscar. I'm sorry I missed you over there on Instagram. Remember, if you're on Instagram, head on over to YouTube. Watch the show on YouTube because you're just watching me. And again, as far as Mark Bedane goes, who's to say, the reasoning why or whether you liked it or not, it's his personal decision. And you got to give the man credit. He, like you said, he started as an intern, worked his way up to president of a professional football team. That's a lot of hard work. I mean, I'd like to be an intern for the Raiders, but I'm kind of old. But I don't think I have the time allotted for me to work my way up to president. So I tell you what, if they want me as president, just ask and I will become president, no problem. But blessings to Mark Bedane. We will find out. We will find out whether it was because he wanted to spend time with his family, like everybody says, or if he takes another high-profile job, maybe it's because there's things we don't know about, but things are a-brewing in the Raider organization. I'm not saying they are, but we will see what's going on. Hey, Steve, what's your next hot take out the door, partner? Let's hear from you.
No, I just want to ask you, Captain. You said you could join on YouTube or on for your membership. Is it at the bottom of or where's it at on there? Do you have to be on a computer, or can you do that on your phone?
You got Apple, right, Steve?
Yes, sir.
That's the issue. For some reason, Apple doesn't show it. It's an Apple issue, just like the thing that we were looking at. Do yourself a favor, Steve, if you can, because I know you got friends that have what do you call it? They have what do you call it? Androids. See if you can bum an Android for a little while. Get on, do your thing on their thing. Get on their Androids, sign in, and then you can join the channel that way. I can't do it for you, unfortunately. I wish I could do a bunch of different things, but I can't do it for people. You got to do. I know that Ed Winchell wants to join, and he has an Apple, and it's the same thing. If you got an Apple, you got to go to an Android, or you got to go to a regular Windows computer. You can't use Apple for some reason. I don't know why. It's just the way it is.
Okay, my last comment to you, and I want to get your comment because I know I've got permission to go short.
Sure.
Did it surprise you that the Bucs won the championship? I know that they weren't the favorites, but were they hungrier, Captain? Or they just Giannis and they just put it all together? And does this mean that Chris Paul maybe he doesn't play his best in the playoffs? That's been the criticism, and I want to hear your comments and permission to go short. And hope you're in good health, and God bless and have a good night.
Permission granted. Thanks again for that, Steve. I'll answer it off phone. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, that was Steve, and getting back to comments. Yeah, it did surprise me that the Bucs won. I mean, granted, Giannis has been, the epitome positive, just a gargantuan MVP, but he wouldn't have won it without Chris Middleton. And I kind of think that the NBA dropped the ball. Giannis was the MVP of the league, but in my estimation, Chris Middleton should have been the MVP of the finals. Am I wrong there? Middleton had all of the points when they needed to have the points. Middleton did all of the work that you needed to do in order for them to win. Okay? In order for them to win, I think that Chris Middleton should have been the MVP. That's my take. But There you go. Defense will be much improved. They are, and the question is going to be this. The question is going to be this. Oh, and thank you there, Danny. Say Danny is a UCF Knight. So here's Danny's going to Kyle Kuhn. Oh, this is all time. This is all time. Okay, thank you there. So these are all UCF Knights that were in the Olympics. Any right now, Danny? Any right now? Phil Dalhouser. The Dalhouser. Oh yeah, I know that name. Yeah. He was a big volleyball dude. He was a big volleyball dude, but I mean, he was a big time volleyball dude. I remember that name, Dahlhauser. Maddie Rogers, Wayland, Kristen Thomas, Rugby Sevens, Chelsea Wolf. Chelsea Wolf. Wonder if she's related to a Wolf I used to go to school with from Orlando. We'll see. Big Al is up here. Okay, let's see. Is it true that Mahomes is refusing to play now until KC changes? First time hearing about it. But you know what? With the and we were going to talk about it with the, if you guys don't know, and I'm sure you guys do know, the Indians changed their name to the Guardians effective next season. And I wish I would have had Taunicus was on because he's in Atlanta. Now they're going to start sweating out the Atlanta Braves. They're going to start sweating out the Atlanta Braves because the Braves have been around for almost 100 years. That they started out in Boston. They went from Boston to Milwaukee, Milwaukee to Atlanta. So that franchise has been around for almost 100 years, if not longer. Okay, they're going to be stressed, and if you're going to do it, remember the Washington football team is changing its name next year. Not this year coming up, but next year, 2022, they are going to unveil their name. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs, you're on the clock. Atlanta Braves, you're on the clock. Golden State Warriors, you're on the clock because it's coming. It's coming. And I think the only team that really doesn't have to worry about it is the Florida State University Seminoles. You know why? Because the Seminole tribe of Florida gives carte blanche permission for Florida State to represent them. So they have no issue with it. The Florida State University Seminoles, they don't have any issues because the tribe backs them. Kansas City Chiefs, Atlanta Braves, Golden State Warriors, you're on the clock. They're coming for you, and I think it's going to happen. Might not happen. Well, hopefully it'll happen in my lifetime because I want to live to be another 30. I want to live to be about at least 86, 96, but we'll see. But that rumor about Mahomes refusing to play, I think that's just a rumor. I think that's just a rumor. If you wanna, okay, yeah, Raider Neil is saying that that's hilarious. So I guess it must be crap. He can take, but I think he knows how to develop the. Yeah, like I said, I tell you what, the thing about blending in and gelling, the gelling needs to be done by the Raiders' offensive line. I think that's going to be more of a gel issue than the defense. The defense is playing well together now. It's not a read and react. It's a go for the ball defense. It's a go get them defense. The Raiders offensive line on the right side from James to Good to Leatherwood, all brand new. So, okay, Good was there last year, but Good was playing right tackle a lot last year. So that whole mixture of the offensive line for the Raiders has got to gel. And that's why I think it's going to take a little bit. But, and of course, the defense is going to take a bit. But I think the defense and the whole Raider team is going to be a lot better in the second half of the year. Bray was not in his right mind. Okay, I don't know about that one. Hey, Hollywood's in the house. Hollywood, good to see you. Thank you there, shipmate, for coming in. Michael Guerrero, permission to come aboard. You are in here. Thank you there, sir. I just hit the like. Hey, thank you there, Mike, for hitting the like button. Oh, all of them. Okay, thank you there, shipmate. Kat, what is my Twitter? It's at Captain Jack Rackham. It's at CAPT. I think it's CA. Yeah, it's at CAPTJACKRACKEM. That's my Twitter. Hey, Vanessa's in the house. Ola to you as well. Good to see you there, Vanessa. Boy, I lost all these people. Okay, hey, I can't wait to see this gentleman in here. Jacob, don't go nowhere. I'm going to get caught up on comments real quick. Don't go nowhere, shipmate. I'm very happy to have Browns by Jacob in the house. Young man who knows his stuff, loves his Browns, knows his stuff. I can't wait to have him on. Let me get back to all we were saying. Hello. Years to graduation. Got it. Thank you. Now I know what those years were. Those are the years that they graduated UCF. Indians changing their names. The Guardians called the Indians. I don't know the first name. They did. And they but they got so much flack, Danny. They got so much flack for being the Indians. And it was Nap LaJoie. I think that's how to pronounce his name. Napoleon LaJoie. LaJoie, I believe is how you spell his last name. Hall of Famer. Baseball Hall of Famer, was one of the first people to play for the franchise. I think they were called the Cleveland Spiders originally. Hey, Jacob, do you know about that? The Cleveland Indians stuff? No, you don't? Okay, well, I thought I'd ask because you're a Browns fan. I get this from Jacob. That's okay. He's a Browns fan. But it's Nap LaJoie, and they were called like the Cleveland Spiders, and it was like the Cleveland Napoleons. Then they went to the Indians because of that Napoleon LaJoie. So there it is. We're live. We are live. There we go. And Marilla, it's good to see you there. It's crazy. It's not suddenly. It's just it's the PC world that we live in. Let me get to these other ones. Change the name for the Crystal Generation. Okay, good comment there, Will. New stadium for A's in Vegas needs to be developed. It's possible. Okay, Danny comes in with other Daniel. We're cartoonish. Like, no. They got rid of Chief Wahoo, and I actually got 2 caps that were signed by Carlos Carrasco that were with the Chief Wahoo name. Chief Wahoo logo. It's going to be a what do you call it? A collector's item, because Carlos Carrasco was a great player for them. Okay, let's see here. Nobody isn't leaving the chat. Well, I'm sorry. Don't leave. Okay, don't leave the chat. Okay. Oakland A's moving to the end of Vegas. I still think the A's are going to move. Okay, I'm caught up on comments, and I appreciate Jacob. Thanks for working with me, brother. And I am so happy because I've wanted to have him on in the past, and we're finally here. Get your mic. There you go. He got his mic on, and he's wearing. He's wearing his Blackhawks hat. Are you doing that just to piss off the people that were talking about the issue with the Indians? Because now is Chicago going to change their name and logo because of that too?
Well, it's the only good. I mean, I have a Browns hat, but it's a little bit too big. This one fits well. But pretty much every team besides NFL is pretty much Chicago. Okay. I couldn't be a Bears fan growing up. My dad's a Niners fan. I couldn't do it, and somehow I fell in love with the Browns. So we're here now. I promise I'm not a bandwagon.
No, that's fine. And Jacob, I'm going to tell you, I'm actually born in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I was born in Great Lakes Naval Hospital. So my recollection of Chicago was the blizzard of '65. Okay, so I don't remember it. My first memory as a kid was actually in Ebbets Field Apartments in New York when I was about 3 years old. So I have no memory of Chicago, but I do have a Bobby Hall Blackhawks jersey that I wear every now and again when I want to spruce up. I also wear a Gordie Howe Red Wings jersey because I love Gordie and I love Bobby Hall. I love old school, and those guys are old school. So that's why I asked you about the Indians. I didn't realize you were in Chicago. Again, folks, this is Browns by Jacob. Jacob, welcome to the show.
Thank
Again,
you.
I've been following him when he does go on the Sneaky G channel. And by the way, for other folks that want to hang out, Sneaky G's over there on YouTube as well. Has a really good crowd of people popping in. What's on your mind tonight, Jacob? I got to tell you, though, you said the Raiders were not improved this year. I was like, dude.
We got to talk about it. I mean, you're the Raiders fan here. You know everything in and out about them. But just from an outside perspective, it seems like, you guys traded Rodney Hudson. And didn't you guys get rid of another offensive lineman?
Yes, we got rid of Gabe Jackson, who was right beside him at right guard.
Yeah, which you guys still have Richie Incognito, who's still a pretty good offensive lineman. But I think them trading those guys is kind of a sign that it's not win now time for the Raiders. And they're looking for the future. I'm just saying, when teams trade big pieces like that, it's kind of like, hey, we're waving the white flag, time to look for the future. But I didn't fully in-depth look into their draft class. Of course, they got Trevin Moehrig, fantastic pick. And then the Alex Leatherwood was a big questionable one. But I want to get it from your perspective. You're the Raiders fan here, so.
And I'm going to try to give it to you as unbiased as I can, because I try to do as an analytical. I look at things analytically. Rodney Hudson was the fantastic Raider center for all these years. He was the Commitment to Excellence Award winner, I think 3 times in a row. You don't know what that is, but that is the Raider that is looked upon by all of his teammates as what encapsulates, the best of the team. And I think he won it, if not 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row, which is amazing. The last time they had one guy win it twice in a row was the special teams guy that they got from the Redskins, whose name escapes me. I can't remember it, but he won it twice in a row. And that was the last time I remember. But Rodney was an excellent pass blocker. The problem is that Rodney was not a very good run blocker. Okay. The kid that they got coming in here to take his place has been his understudy for at least the last 2 or 3 years. He's big, he's brawling, he's a bruiser, and he's an excellent run blocker. Good, who played right tackle last year a lot of the time, because the Twinkies on Twitter, the Brown, who I can't stand, that got rid of him to the Patriots, who wasn't worth a dime. Good.
Wait, yeah, didn't they? That's the guy who the Patriots had before, and then they ended up getting back.
He went back to the team. He wasn't worth a salt. So Denzel Good is going to come in at right tackle, and he's going to right guard, and he's going to replace Gabe Jackson. And Gabe was good, but Gabe was playing a little injured last year, and he was making a lot of money. And Denzel Good is just as capable, if not better. Just as capable, if not better. So you get rid of all of that cap space with Rodney Hudson and with Gabe Jackson, and you put in pieces that are good, if not better. Okay. Now, Leatherwood was a little bit of a stretch. I'll give it that, but you got to understand as well that Leatherwood was the number 1 ranked run blocker out of Alabama of all of the people that they rated. Okay. Now, I'm not sure where these ratings were from, but I was told that he was the top run blocker. Again, what Gruden is trying to do is run, control the ball, control the clock, so that the defense is not on the field a lot. And when you have Jacobs out there, and then
Kenyon Drake,
and bring in Kenyon Drake, thank you, and then you got Alec Ingold to hit the spot every now and again, and you got obviously the pass blocking will come. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be incumbent upon the Raiders offense to run, do what they need to do the clock, and score when they need to score. And when it's in the red zone, when they couldn't put the ball in, when it was 3rd and 4th down and goal, or 3rd and 4th down, and they needed that first down and they couldn't get it. This year, they are more apt to get it. Now, defensively, it's going to be, and again, in my estimation, with Gus Bradley, that is going to be a hellacious improvement on the defense. It's just going to come down to having all of the gears mix and mingle and gel. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a bit of gelling that's going to need to be going on the offensive line. It's going to be a bit of gelling that needs to be doing on the defense. But Gus Bradley has taken like 32nd ranked defenses to top 5 in his first year. He did that with the Chargers. He's done that with when he was out with the Jaguars. He vastly improved that defense, and that's one of the reasons why Ngakoue came over, because of Gus Bradley. He wanted to play.
Thank you for that, by the way. That gets him out of the Ravens, and a lot of people think they improved tremendously among the offseason, and I just don't really see it.
No, like I said, I think the Browns are finally going to take that division.
Yeah, a lot of Ravens fans are. I mean, everyone's saying, like, even all the sports betting books has them in the Super Bowl odds ahead of us. But if you look at it, they got Sammy Watkins, who you'll know the best since was in your division. I mean, he's a decent wide receiver, nothing really crazy special. And then they went ahead and drafted Rondale Moore, who I honestly think is just going to be another Marquise Brown. Maybe he won't be. But, I mean, what's saying that he's not going to be Marquise Brown 2.0?
Yeah, and again, I think that I really think that getting the because we got the Ravens' first game, Monday Night Football, and it's gonna be a test to, are the Ravens that much improved? Are the Raiders that much improved? That's going to be a hellacious Monday night. I will be there. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be inside the stadium or if I'm going to sell my tickets. So I'm definitely going to be out in Vegas. So I'm definitely going to see it. I'll probably be in the stadium unless somebody gives me an exorbitant amount for the tickets. But I will be there. And I know that with the Raiders playing the Browns in December, in Cleveland, I have that as a loss. Because right now, because I'm just looking at it arbitrarily or analytically, it's like it's a game in December out in Cleveland, and that's when the weather starts to get really, really sucky. Now, the Raiders did handle the Browns well last year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they can do it 2 years in a row. So right now I have it as a loss. I can change my opinion based upon how the Raiders are playing and how the Browns are playing, and we'll come back to that during the season. But I really think the Browns are going to take that division this year.
Yeah, and I mean that game last year, they gave it a weird name for the weather that day. I remember what they were calling it,
bowl or something.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a rough day. Just couldn't really get the offense kicking. The defense wasn't the worst in the world, considering the Raiders didn't have the worst offense last year. So they kind of did their job. What you guys? I think it was 16-6.
It was a tight game. It was a tight game. But I know that statistically, the Raiders won pretty much. They dominated. The score wasn't really even indicative, because the Raiders couldn't get those touchdowns when they needed to, and it was I think it was one touchdown and 3-4 field goals, something like that.
Yeah, and that was our last week, and then we got the bye week after that. So that was kind of a stepping stone, I think, for us, because we really kicked it in gear in the second half of the season for us. I mean, you look at Baker. I mean, Baker after our bye week only threw one interception, and he went 5 straight games without throwing one. So it was a big improvement after that game. So we just couldn't really step it into gear that game at all offensively. So it wasn't the worst loss in the world, but we could have. Well, I don't think we would have beat the tiebreaker, but maybe against the Ravens, because the Ravens and Steelers. The Ravens won 11 games. The Steelers won 12. So if we won that game, we would have had 12, but I think we would have lost the tiebreaker. So that game didn't hurt us that much, and especially the bye week helping Baker. So I look at that loss as definitely a helpful loss.
Yeah, and I actually, what I have down for the Browns, and I've said this before, is, and I think the Ravens are coming back to earth, but I still think right now that they are still, until otherwise shown, they are the class with the Browns of that division. I think it might come down to, if the Browns and the Ravens are tied, what is going to be going on with the tiebreaker? Who's going to win out? I think the Browns are better, but they got to show. They got to show it. And there's another gentleman that's on my show a lot, Matt Bouchane, big Browns fan. And when I was doing the telecast, I was going. By the way, I am doing color casting, which is on the Apple app. I will be doing that this year while I'm at the games. Hopefully, I won't piss off all of the people that are around me, providing that there is Wi-Fi. But I was doing the Browns and Chiefs playoff game, and Matt was on me, and I said, Matt, you had the effing game, and you blew it. You blew it. And it's because he was hanging me on. I'm like, dude, all you had to do was stop Henny and the everybody else, and you couldn't even do that. And that was just, now granted, that one major play was like that. What was it like that one touchdown / ball going out of bounds play was, was a horrible call. I admit it, but it was that play, which was, one of those things in football, because trust me, I'm a Raider fan. I know about all of these. Well, because of this X play, you lose the game, but you got to win it otherwise. So I think that was an impetus game for the Browns, that they're going to put that in their memory banks and say, we're not going to fold this year. But I think that the Browns, they're going to have to also go through, I think Indianapolis is going to be very much improved with Carson Wentz as their quarterback, because they had a good team last year. They just had Phillip Rivers as their quarterback, and he sucked. And I think that Carson improved that team. The Bills are going to be the class of the NFC East. And it remains to be seen. Who wins out west. I think we're going to be improved. I think the Chiefs go down a little bit, and I think the Broncos are going to be improved. But I think the Chargers are going to be improved as well. So it's anybody's game for the AFC West this year. I'm very adamant about that. We'll see who wins.
Yeah, and going on to that Chiefs game, there's a lot of things that could have happened to win us. Going back to that fumble, of course, but I don't blame that game on the loss to the refs. I also don't think we truly lost to Chad Henne. I mean, the guy only had one good play, which was that scramble. But before, when it was his first drive, when he came in, he threw an interception, missed a pass by like 10 yards to Carl Joseph right in the end zone, just gave it to him. And then that drive, we went down and we couldn't score. And on the same downs, we threw to Hunt. He dropped it. We threw to Chubb. He dropped it, which it was like 4th and 11. So we ended up punting, taking the gamble on defense. And Andy Reid truly won that game. I mean, it was a fantastic play call at the end of the game to, act like they're just trying to get us to jump. It was 4th and inches, and, you could hear Tony Romo being like, look at their expression. They're not going to hike it. And then, boom, they hike it. He gets it to Tyreek Hill, and they win. But if we go down on that drive, put up 7, I think there wouldn't have been much time for Henne to go down and score, and I don't think he could have gotten in the end zone with the pressure on him. But, at the end of the day, the big thing from last season was that we got to win. We got something. We got a roadblock out of the way. We're not the same old Browns anymore. And I think that's truly going to help us go to very far levels this upcoming season.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that this Browns team is the best Browns team that they have had since Sam Rutigliano had the Cardiac Kids winning. I know it's well before your time, but I know you know about it because you're a historian and you know about your team. I think this iteration of the Browns is going to be just as cardiac as the Brian Sipe-led Browns was back in the day, and I see good things for your team, Jacob.
Yeah, I think the really hope this year, and I mean, Odell was talking about it at his little pro camp he had today. There's really Super Bowl hopes for this team. I mean, I think we have 6 or 7 new defensive starters ultimately on that defense. So it's really exciting because we have the potential to have a top 5 defense, but there's got to be factors that go into place. Can Jadeveon Clowney stay healthy? And then the NFL kind of screwed us over with giving us the Chiefs week 1. So the ultimate test for our defense, which I do think we're going to lose that game because we do, chemistry has to be set in place. But I mean, if we somehow pull that game out and we win it, I mean, momentum is going to be at an all-time high, and that's where I see us kind of just mowing down people. So I'm really excited for this new defense, and I hope it can kind of glue itself together by the playoffs.
I actually think the Browns can go into Kansas City and win because it's an early year game. There's no momentum on the Chiefs. There's all of the thought processes for the Browns. I think if the Browns have it in their mindset to go in there and win the game that they should have won last year, I actually think that the Browns can take that game.
Yeah, and I mean, as a Browns fan, I want to say we're going to win that. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes is 10-0 in September. He's never lost. And giving Andy Reid, the whole offseason to prepare for a game, it makes it very difficult. But we do have the element of surprise on defense, and I think Joe Woods, our defensive coordinator, is going to be able to move guys around because we got a guy like Troy Hill, who's a top 5 slot corner in the NFL. We can sit him there. We drafted Greg Newsome. We got Denzel Ward, and then you got 3 safeties, John Johnson, who's really good, and then you got Ronnie Harrison, who's pretty solid. Then Grant Delpit, who tore his Achilles before last season and didn't get to play. So, I mean, you can have 7 guys in the secondary out there at one time with no issue. And then looking at the defensive line, you got a veteran like Malik Jackson and then Myles Garrett. And if Jadeveon Clowney, his strong suit is stopping the run, which is not really a main attack for the Chiefs. But then you got a big need for us was a pass coverage linebacker, and that's exactly what we got out of JOK. So that's going to be really exciting to see how we can control the pass that game, but it's going to be a big attack for them.
I think you're going to win, Fawn. I think you're going to be very happy with that defense. I tell you that. Like I said, what did the fake Pirates do in the Super Bowl? They went after and they just molested Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Now, granted, Patrick Mahomes was actually, if you notice, Patrick Mahomes looked fat in the Super Bowl. He looked fat. He looked sluggish. He wasn't in good shape. So if Patrick Mahomes is resting on his laurels again and is eating, like my old football coach used to tell me, you eating them moon pies and drinking them RC colas. I had a Southern coach, and I was in the South. He said, what you been doing this summer? Been eating them moon pies and drinking them RC colas, haven't you? Well, if Patrick Mahomes has been doing that and has not taken the regimen of what he should be doing to heart, I think that the Browns, like I said, that defense is no joke, and that's going to be something that's going to be positive.
Yeah, and that's a big point. Game 1, I mean, it can be a catch-up game for quarterbacks, and they almost have to get warmed up into the season, and there's some quarterbacks who are absolutely opposite of that. You've got quarterbacks like Russell Wilson who usually have a great start to the season and kind of fizzle out. But most quarterbacks get off to a roughy start and then they kick it into gear. So you could be absolutely right, and I mean, he just had a kid right after the Super Bowl. So, could be getting that dad bod. But, I mean, he still played pretty good considering in the Super Bowl. I mean, his receivers didn't want to catch the ball. So I don't blame that loss on him. Of course, his offensive line was in crumbles, which they improved massively this offseason.
That's true. What do you know about a dad bod, by the way? What do you know about a dad? This is a dad bod. Okay, don't talk to me about a dad bod.
Well, and I think people are a little bit too high on their offensive line. I don't think it's going to be like top 5. It could possibly hit that top 10-ish range. I think it's going to be good this season, but I really don't trust a retired Kyle Long at that guard position. And of course they let go of Mitchell Schwartz. He's still looking for a team who's their best offensive lineman. But they did get good pickups with Joe Thuney, and then they got Creed Humphrey in the draft. So like Colin Coward, I say Coward because that's pretty much how he is.
You swear on my show. That is another swear word. That guy is It's Colin Cowturd.
Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible. He's like, Chiefs have the best offensive line. He
Oh.
said that the Seahawks have a better roster than us, and he's super high on them. I can't.
He's from Seattle and he's a dick.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess a little tip to that is that Trey Lance is dating his daughter, and he's on the 49ers. So, I guess that's a nudge towards him. But, yeah, this offensive line for the Chiefs is definitely going to be good, and their defense is mediocre still. Not much improvement over there. I mean, they got Mike Hughes, but he had a 20 less PFF grade than their starting cornerback. It's Charvius Ward or something like that. I can't.
Yeah, Tredarius Ward. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they've got they got Tyrann Mathieu. They've got good pieces, and then it fizzles out. It reminds us of our defense last year, but maybe a little bit better. I mean, Frank Clark, I think, just got arrested with felony weapons of arm, and then you got Chris Jones and Tyrann Mathieu, and that's really it, and L'Jarius Sneed. So very vulnerable week one, and if you can see, our offense did start to get going against that defense in the second half. Of course, that last drive didn't work out, but I mean, I think we'll have a good game plan offensively. I think we're going to score over 30. It's just a question if we can stop Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I tell you what, and see, folks, this is why Jacob is here, because as you can tell, this gentleman knows his stuff, and it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you for being here. Come in anytime and tell your folks as well, if you want to talk and ask Captain Jack, this is where it's at. And if you do Twitch, make sure you get me on Twitch. I need to get my Twitch followers up too.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right. Jacob, thanks again, partner. Take care. Get ready for school. I know it's coming. I know you don't want to hear that, but get ready for school, man. I want to make sure that you're getting ready for important things like that, because I know the season is important. But what grade are you going into this year?
I'm going into my junior year.
See, there you go. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told to little Miss Kansas City young lady Regan. I said, this is the important year. This is where everybody looks at your transcripts. This is where you solidify what you want to be, is your junior year. It is a hard year, but make sure you hit the ground running. Do it, get it done, study, and then your senior year you can actually enjoy because you work so hard in your junior year. I'm not saying for you to slough off, but I'm just saying this is the year that you need to make sure your stuff is squared away.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll get out of your hair, man. Thank you for having me on. You got a great show here. And yeah, go Raiders.
Thank you there. And for you, sir, have a great year for the Browns, except when they play us.
Okay.
Take care, Jacob. Good hearing from you, partner.
Yep.
All right. That's Jacob. Browns by Jacob. Like I said, the gentleman knows his stuff. And I put this up. I got to get back to the comments. I enjoy having Jacob there. And like I said, what's not to like? I mean, he went from this to this to this to this. He knows. He knows this. That's why I want people that know their stuff. I put the comments in there. If you want to come into the show, please do. It's 10:30. We got at least half an hour. And I'm going to get to the comments. And I kept this one up because I wanted to talk about it. Like I said, if Andre James doesn't hack it, we got Martin, who came over from the Texans, who can play guard and center. We're good, and he's a mauler too. That's the other thing, Jacob. That our backup center was the starting center for the Texans, and he came over there. So we're good at center. We're good, and he can go to center and guard. He can play everywhere. And Radar Art says nobody's leaving. Thank you. I would get to that. And again, I apologize for not. I said I was just with Jacob, man. I got to get these things on. Hey, thank you, Marilla. She came into YouTube. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody in here. Cleveland cartoon. Yeah, that we talked about Chief Wahoo. Ryan Sowers. Let me put what's on rounds was at the NFL draft. Was he? He was at the NFL draft. Outstanding. I missed that. Well, of course. Yeah, I know. Matt, I said this. He said we weren't improved. That's why we debated it. Okay. Mayock did say in the interview when hired he did not want the O-line to get all together, and that's true. And that's why we've finagled it. And we're young. I think maybe Denzel Good might be the oldest person on that line. Oh, okay, Richie Incognito. But Richie Incognito, I really think this is Richie Incognito's last year. And hopefully he'll last the year. But if not, we have John Simpson. We can throw Martin over there if need be. We got depth. We got depth along the offensive line. Yep, Chronicles of the Black Hole. Definitely, there's Deadly Pegasus again. Okay, imagine what we would have done in case we had Yannick, Morrig, Hayward, Drake. That remains to be seen, Big Al, and I agree. Okay. Did Ladecki win or did she lose? I was talking because it looked like the Australian girl. They were all happy about with the folks. Did Ladecki lose to the Australian? I'm asking because I was doing the show and she's doing the interview now, and I don't remember hearing that she won. Rico 702 is here, and Jay Garcia 505 is here. Max Moore is here. If you're here on Instagram, thank you for being here. Please head on over to YouTube. And I got a lot going on, so I'm trying to get things squared away. Ryan Sowers loves John Gruden, and then Eddie Winchell says hate. Ooh, okay, boy. A lot of these comments. Yeah, okay. Browns were influenced to be a Browns fans in the movie Draft Day. I don't think so, but that's sharp there, Ryan. Let's see what else we have here. Destiny about Coward's show is joy. I don't watch the show. I know that's probably the young lady on the show, but I won't watch it. It's kind of like I won't give people looks on YouTube if they're not worth looking at. I won't say names. I will give looks to my boy, obviously Graphic Raider. I'll give my looks to my boy Sanjoko. I'll give looks to obviously Homer and all the other folks that I hang out with. Of course, Chronicles of the Black Hole, but there are people on YouTube I won't give a look at. And Colin Coward, I won't give him a look either. If Joy is his chick, sorry, Joy, I'm not going to look at you. And Shri Salah Khan, assalamu alaikum. How you doing there, brother? I said this, that cold weather game, December, right now I have it as a loss. Right now I have it as a loss. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Chiefs haven't had good defense. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Sharif knows. This kid has it. And if you're still here, Jacob, this is why I said, keep studying. I want to know when you are in the NFL, when you go past college, get a spot as an intern with the Browns. Get a spot as an intern with the Browns. Tough. I said the Bills are going to be there. I don't agree with you, Ed. I don't think KC's all that in a biscuit. I think Indianapolis is better. Buffalo, yes. Okay, I'll give the kid a kick. Hey, Gabe, haven't heard from Gabe in a while. Gabe, how you doing, brother? Good hearing from you. Good seeing you. Now, I was going to say, did Ladecki lose? Did Katie Ladecki lose to the Australian girl? I don't know, because I see they're giving each other a hug, but I don't see the results of it. This was what? Was this the free? Not see, they didn't put the damn thing up. Awesome interview. Yeah, I agree. Johnny Portnoy, hey, good to see you. Thank you there, Johnny. I'm feeling a little bit better. I will figure out if I'm fully back in a day or two. Okay. Raiders are winning AFC this year. Matt, I want to see it. I think that Ladecki second. Okay, so Ladecki was. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate that because I didn't get the word. Katie Ladecki. Wow, that's an upset. That is an upset if Katie Ladecki was in second place. why are we giving Matthew condolences? Trying to be pretty hard for you guys too. Well, we'll see. I'm looking forward to that game there, Gabe. I am looking forward to that game. Any news about Oakland Raiders Savage? No. What's going on with Savage? What's going on with Savage? Somebody tell me. Is something I need to know about? If I'm missing the word, somebody let me know. Okay, I am caught up. It is 10:35. No. It is no, Willie. It is Oakland Raiders Savage, because he does live there, and he's still in Oakland. He's still with the Raiders, and he's still a Savage. So he can keep the name. I don't have to change. I'm always Captain Jack. And thank you for being here. We are on YouTube, we are on Twitch, we are on Instagram. Jay Garcia is over there. Max Moore 7 is over there. Thank you for being here. You're watching on Instagram. If you're watching on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, because that's where you get the okay. Any news about no, I just want the way you said it, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something. 10:35. If we hopefully if we have a nah, he ain't he ain't Vegas Raiders. No. Still here. Good. Hey, Jacob, I'm glad you're still here, because like I said, Sharif gave you the best compliment in okay, Sharif is stating that somebody hire this kid, and I agree, Jacob, and that's why I said this is your junior year. Hit it hard, kick ass, take names, and then I don't know what you want to be in college, or what you want to do, but I firmly believe if I had a chance to do it again, and I had an ROTC scholarship, so I really couldn't do it. But if I followed my passion, if I wasn't already doing, like I said, if I wasn't already in like the journalist field, that was my passion. If I could have, I know a gentleman that he loved the Raiders, and he moved to Oakland, and he got a job doing something with the Raiders because that was his passion. You got that passion, man. You got that passion. Hit it hard, kick ass, take names, and follow it. And then when you're in the pros, okay, you can remember me and you can get me some tickets. I'm sure everybody's going to be hitting you up for tickets, but I just want Raider tickets when the Raiders play the Browns. That's all. Last year, Raiders got hit hard by how this year's game could be forfeited to a team with infected personnel. We didn't talk about that, but I am of a mind. I swear, I know that this is going to sound. I don't know how it's going to sound. I'm not saying it's right wing or left wing. I'm not saying it's this, that, or the other thing. I have my COVID vaccine, fully vaccinated. The military, you have to be fully vaccinated because you're in the military, because that's what your boss says. I am of a mind, in my estimation, and this is just my opinion, JMO, just my opinion, that if you are an NFL player, unless you can show some due religious reason, why not? If you can show some religious reason, why not? Or if you can show some medical reason, why not? I think that everybody should be vaccinated because you are a member of a team. You are putting out a product, and the ownership should tell you need to be vaccinated. That's me. And by the way, if you think that I'm far left, you're really wrong. Not at all. And Eddie Winchell said it there. If I owned an NFL team, any unvaccinated would be traded or released. Or not. Or I don't think that they wouldn't be on my team. I know what it sounds like, but if I'm the boss, all my players are going to be vaccinated. That's just the way it is. I get you, Sharif. I know. And I'm going to say this. We are at 10:40. I remember I got lots to do, so I'm going to put out the comment. I'm going to put out the link one more time. If you want to come into the show, please do, because unless you're calling, and remember, you can become a member of the Galleon. Just push join where it says join on YouTube. Join the Galleon. Be a Ship's Company member for $5 a month. Be a Chiefs Mess member for $10 a month. You get a patch as a Chiefs Mess member. Let me show everybody over there on Instagram as well. You get a patch if you are a Chiefs Mess member. That is for $10 a month. There are other perks, which I will tell you specifically when you're a member. I will send you an email and say, these are your perks. There are other perks. Join, become a member of the Galleon. It is not FDA approved, therefore it's still voluntary vaccine. So John, I think. Well, I tell you what, Ben Bad, John Kirby was a Navy admiral. Okay. 60. Oh, that's for the military. Okay. Let's put it. Okay, Ben. That might be true. I actually work with the military, and I know, as a retired Navy chief, I know that there are things that are mandated, and I know that there are things that are highly encouraged. Highly encouraged. You know what I'm saying? Highly encouraged. They can't tell you, but it's highly encouraged. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I'm going to throw this one by Sharif. Remember, the over 5,000 have died after receiving the shot. Why should anybody be forced to take such a risk? Where do you get those numbers, Sharif? 5,000 have died after receiving the shot? I want to know where those numbers come from. And then, even then, I want to know what the health record was, breakdown of those 5,000 members. Seriously, I want to know if you're gonna. And I'm not saying that your stats are wrong. I'm not saying your stats are wrong. Thanks, Ben Bad just Googled it. Okay, doesn't keep from getting it. You still. Oh yeah, no, I understand. But I tell you what, you can still spread it. That's true. You can still get sick. But I tell you what, I know that I would much rather be vaccinated, and I get my flu vaccine every year, and I don't have to, but I get my flu vaccine every year, because I know that if I get a case of the flu, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as if I had not gotten it. Same thing with the COVID vaccine. I have a lot of difficulties. I'm not going to go through the, I got this. You guys know I got bad health. And I'm trying to make sure I'm sticking around. Oh, so Ben, you've been in the military. Thank you there. Thank you for your service as well. He was drafted in 1971. Ben's an OG. Thank you for that, shipmate. But I want to see. But back to you, Sharif. I want to see If you said 5,000 people died after getting the vaccine, I want to see where those numbers are from, and I want to know exactly in a breakdown what was the age, what was the family history, what was their health records like. Because I got vaccinated, and I'm still and Ed was drafted 6 and 9. Yeah, thank you. There, a lot of it was because of health problems. I'm sure. There you go. And for all intents and purposes, okay, for all what is it? For all things coming onto the table. Moderna. I got the Moderna vaccine, and I have no problem. So anyway, we're gonna get off this train of thought. We're gonna bring it back here. It is 1 hour 45 minutes into the show. I've only had one, and it was Jared. It was Jared who swore. My goodness, Jared is making me do work tonight, so I got to go find his S word and take it out of the broadcast. I'm gonna put it up. Okay. What I'm saying is this: is that unless you get unless you come in to the show, I put in the thoughts or the comments section. Come in via screen or call in. I'll answer this. Thoughts on the Giants this year? I tell you what, Gabe. I think the Giants are going to go as far as Danny Dimes and Saquon Barkley will take them. If they can keep that offense squared away and their defense is decent, I think that the Giants are going to give, and I hate saying the cow patties, but everybody's picking. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be all that in a biscuit. I really don't. I think that the Washington football team is going to remain as the contenders in the East, but I think that the Giants are going to be there. Eagles are, I think the Cowboys are going to fall on their face. I might be wrong. Giants after are going to be tough to, yeah. See, that's the thing there, Matt, is having Barkley healthy. Because for how many years he has not been. I mean, Barkley could be such a dominating running back in the NFL. Danny, Danny, what's his name? Jones? Can be a dynamic quarterback. He's got to have somebody to throw to. And I think that them beefing up their receiver core is going to help them a lot. And Ed Winchell is with me on this. I think Washington's they're my bet. They're my bet for the East. I think that the Giants and the Eagles are going to be nipping at them now. And we got to play them all this year. Can't wait to go out to Dallas for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna put this on one last time. Remember to join. Let me put that banner up as well. It's on the ticker. You join the Galleon. Join the Galleon by pushing join. For premier memberships, again, ship's crewman, $5 a month. Chiefs Mess member is $10 a month, but you get a patch. Membership has its perks. And then, like I said, and nobody's put up any money for the treasure chest of prizes. And I've been doing it. We only have 21 people on so far. We only have 21 on so far. So it's until we get 50. Till we get to 50, and we get like the 50 members with entries, and then there's 5 that I bring over from the last draw, and there's another 5 that come in. So at most 60. You spin the wheel, 1 winner, 1 prize, and we have plenty of prizes. I guess I'm probably going to have to do a video of what the prizes could be, because people forget what the prizes could be. But like I said, there's autographed jerseys, autographed pictures, of which Fred Biletnikoff is one. Got other ones that I'm going to be putting in as well. We have hats and knickknacks and all sorts of other tchotchkes and doodads. It's I mean, let's put it this way. Nothing is less than $5. There are plenty of prizes that are more than $5. In fact, I would venture to say that most prizes, I want to say, are at least $20 to $25. That's a guess. That's a guesstimate, but I think it's right that each prize is worth at least $25 for the most part. I might be wrong. There are some little tchotchkes in there, but each prize for the most part is worth $25. So if you want to get in on that prize, please do. Oh, Bob Standard, I'm going to read that. What do you think about the Packers? Devontae not in good contracts. Next year, Bob, I'm all for that. But here's the thing. I want to see what we got with Ruggs and Edwards. And remember, we got Snead, we got John Brown. And I don't know what the contracts are for Brown and Snead. I don't know what the contracts are for Brown and Snead. So maybe they're on 1-year deals, and then because Devontae Adams is going to cost a bit. And I disagree with this, Ed. I think he can be a Raider. I think he wants to go back with Derek Carr. Don't forget KG. Gabe, who is KG? I know I should probably know that, but who is KG? I'm sorry. You tell me who KG is. Oh, Kenny Galladay. Thank you. I know that exactly. They needed a receiver for Danny Dimes, and they got one. Because I know they improved their receiver core. Thank you. Cap room is over $150 million. We got room. Raider Neo, Denver has a good defense with no quarterback. Chargers have a good quarterback, but it was a rookie year. Now they have a new defense. I see the Raiders. I like I said, the AFC West is I think the Raiders can win it, but it's anybody's. It's anybody's. So, and Andrew, my other Patriots fan, how you doing there, shipmate? I am going to do my outro. It's been real. It's been fun. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for joining me. Remember, Tuesday night over on Docs ENT. That's the Graphic Raider channel. DOX ENT. Docs Entertainment. 10 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Pacific. We are doing the Chronicles of the Black Hole with myself and OG Daniel. We are going to be doing the great Clifford Branch. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Gabe says the Chiefs are winning the West. I think I'm sorry. I think the Chiefs are going to come back a bit. And yeah, it's not hatred. I think that they're going to have that Super Bowl loss downturn. All those teams that lose the Super Bowl, they just really kind of like don't come back the next year. I think this is that year. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for folks over there on Instagram. Join me over there on YouTube. Thank you, YouTubers. Appreciate everybody. I love this. Gabe, thanks for showing up as well. Remember, it's Ask Captain Jack Tuesday night over there on Graphic Raider. It's the Chronicles of the Black Hole with myself and Daniel. We are going to be doing the Clifford Branch tribute show. Make sure you're there. You're going to enjoy it. Going to enjoy it. We'll see you for the next show. Take care, everybody. Remember, become a member of the Galleon channel. And if I get this, trust me, man, give me some folks in here for those $5 tips and whatnot, and I can get you the Raider prizes. Like I said, that Bo Jackson plaque, that's a prize. The book is a prize. The Jack Daniels, do you see the Jack Daniels thing? The Jack Daniels right there, that is a prize. This is what's on the prize wheel. So get your entries in. I got to pull things out. I don't know why. I got to pull things out. Take care, guys. We'll see you Tuesday over on Doc CNT. That's Graphic Raider channel. Then remember, Thursday night, you don't know jack about sports here on this channel. Thanks for being here. Remember, watch over there on Northeast Streaming Sports. We're also here on the Zodiac TV. We'll see you later on. Thanks again, folks. Take care. We'll see you next time.
You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.